What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Blitzburg Squad. I'm Wesley Seeley, joined with Shane Smith. Week 11 picks, here we are. How do we do in Week 10?
9-5, 7-7.
I didn't do so hot, I guess. I was on to something last week, or the week before last
we
week.
both were, and this week was a little rocky for
I
both.
fell off the cliff quite hard here. All right, I'll do better in Week 11, I promise you guys. All right, here we go. Week 11 picks. Titans at the Packers.
All right. Titans and Packers both got big wins. Titans pulled out one against the struggling Broncos. That defense is legit for the Broncos, though. Packers surprised, I think, everybody beating Dallas, but it's mainly because Watson finally become part of the game plan. 3 tutties. I think him and Rodgers keep that connection, and they end up beating the Titans here. I'm going to go another tight scoring game, 27-24.
Okay. I think I was impressed by Aaron Rodgers last week. I actually thought he looked more like the Aaron Rodgers we've been known to know, I guess, and been accustomed to at this point. He's airing out completely fine, making those big play connections. Titans, on the other hand, did get a big W against the Broncos. I think Titans take this one. I'm going to go with Derrick Henry and the Titans. I think it all comes down to Derrick Henry running the ball here. And I think it'll just be too much to wear down the Packers' defense and keep Aaron Rodgers off the field. So I'll go Titans 24, Packers 17. Bears at the Falcons.
Falcons stink. Picked them last week. They broke my heart. Also picked the Bears, and they broke my heart, but it was by 1 point, and they at least scored 30. Fields is a pretty good running back who can throw the ball every now and again. I'm going to go Bears here. Give me 30 to 18.
Yeah, I'm going Bears too. Fields has really impressed me. He looked awesome, man. He's a heck of an athlete. He looked great this past week. They lost, but they lost in good fashion. They looked good doing it, at least, if that's a thing, I guess. Falcons, yeah, they dropped a huge one against the Panthers, man. That was kind of uncharacteristic. I thought we both picked the Falcons in that one. So I think for the reasons, I think Bears have just been trending the past couple weeks, and I think they take this W. So take the Bears and Mr. Fields. I'll go Bears 34 and Falcons 21. Panthers at the Ravens.
Panthers got a win, but they still stink. P.J. Walker's apparently hurt, so Mayfield's going to start against a old division opponent in the Ravens, who I believe are coming off of a bye. And so for that reason, Ravens, it's at home. They're going to take this one. Give me the Ravens 35, Panthers 21.
Yeah, I don't think Panthers get this one done. Like you said, Ravens coming off of a bye, healthy Lamar, healthy defense in Baltimore. I think that's just too much. And Baker knows these guys pretty well, but not well enough to get the win here. So I'll take the Ravens, fresh Ravens. We'll go Ravens 37 and Panthers 21. Browns at the Bills.
Browns are almost as bad as us. I don't know what's going on with them, but they can't figure things out. Even Chubb kind of struggled last game. Bills, they lost a heartbreaker, even with an injured Allen. Apparently his elbow's fine. He looked pretty good. Mm-hmm. It's in Buffalo. I'm taking Buffalo in this one all day long. There's going to be, I believe, a ton of snow for this game as well coming in. So let's take Buffalo. I think they rebound and put up the points, 42 to 27.
Dang. Okay. Yeah, I'm going Bills as well. We talked about the injury to Josh's elbow last week. That really was a non-factor for this last week's game. So I think I don't think that's going to have any effect on my pick this game. I'm going Bills in this matchup. I think they take it to the Browns. They lost a heartbreaker against Minnesota last week, so I think they come back in this matchup and take down the Browns pretty handily. Maybe not as handily as what you're thinking. I'll go 35 to 24. Commanders at the Texans.
Texans stink. Dameon Pierce is their only semblance of anything. Mills looks okay here and there, but they're not a full team. They're in definite rebuild. Commanders, on the other hand, I think people thought they were in rebuild. Heineke has really flipped that switch on them and gotten Terry McLaurin available, and it looks like Chase Young is coming back, or at least activating this week from his torn ACL. I'm going Commanders in this one. 23 to 16.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the Commanders too. I think they just kind of ride that wave of emotion off that huge win against the Eagles this past week. I think they stay on that. Like you said, getting Chase Young back in the mix makes that defense even scarier. Heineke looked good. He looked sharp in that big win. And yeah, Houston, really not a lot there other than Dameon Pierce. I liked him, but yeah, they're a bad team right now. So I'll take the Commanders in this one, 27 and Texans 13. Eagles at the Colts.
Colts got their win with Jeff Saturday. I was right in that one. Let's go. Philly was the last undefeated team. They lost, and I think part of that was more they were getting cocky. I think every team kind of goes through that in the pressure, trying to have that undefeated season. As much as I'd like to pick the Colts, I think Eagles rebound pretty heavily on this week to prove that, hey, we are still a top dog to beat here. Let's go Philly 34, Indy 20.
Yeah, I think Indy did get a win last week, but it was against the Raiders compared to a better team in the Eagles in this one. Let them have that win, I guess, but I think Eagles do rebound in this matchup, this game here against the Colts. I think they're the much superior team. Obviously, we've seen that all season long. I think they get it done. They get back in the win column in this matchup. So let's go Eagles 37 and Colts 20. Jets at the Patriots.
Both teams were on a bye last week, so hopefully a little bit healthier and whatnot. I have learned, though, don't bet on Belichick to lose to the division teams. I'm going to say it's going to be a close defense game, but I'm picking Belichick and the Pats. Let's go 19-16 as the final.
Okay. I'm going Patriots as well. I think when it comes down to an extra week and coaching, I don't think, especially coaching in his own division, I think no one does it better than Bill Belichick. So, unfortunately, I'm going with the Patriots in this matchup. I think he gets it done. I'm going to go Patriots 27 and Jets 20. Rams at the Saints.
Rams have been a disappointment, and they just lost Kupp for multiple weeks. Who knows if Stafford's going to clear the concussion protocol or not. I actually think that if he didn't, that their offense would look a little bit better because it didn't look horrible last week. Saints laid up a dud against us, but I think that was more us kind of playing out of a bye and just playing very, very hard defense. The Rams' defense has not been what it was last year. I'm picking New Orleans in this one, maybe as the upset. Keep it close, scoring 24-21.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Saints in this one, too. Rams have been a complete and utter disappointment so far this season. Saints do have a really solid defense, at least. Their offense is a little rocky, definitely, but their the defense for the Saints is actually pretty solid and stout. So I think I'm going to go Saints. I'll keep it low scoring. I'm going to go 20-17 Saints. Lions at the Giants.
Both teams got wins. Giants kind of kept it close to the Texans. I'm not sure if that was kind of by design or if the Texans actually showed some fight there. Detroit came back and ended up winning. Kudos to them. Kind of beating their division right now, which is a surprise for them. I've been going back and forth on this one. I'm taking the Lions. I'm not sure why. I just feel for some reason that I should take them. I'm going to go 25-24 because it was literally a flip of a coin for me.
Okay, well, I'm going to go Giants, I guess. I've been saying this basically all season long. I really like Saquon Barkley this year. He's looked awesome so far. I think that trend continues in this matchup. Lions have not been good about allowing low points against their opponents, so I think Giants put up some points in this matchup. I also think Detroit has been able to put up some points in some matchups too, so maybe kind of a higher scoring game. I'm going to go Giants 34 and Detroit 31. Raiders at the Broncos.
Barn burner here.
Yeah.
So nothing too exciting in my opinion on this one. It's up in Mile High. Both teams have been a disappointment this year. Who knows if Jerry Jeudy's going to play? I know he had an injury. Denver's defense is the only thing that keeps them in games. On the other hand, Raiders, they can't figure out how to start and finish a game. I know they were quite emotional after the loss, especially Derek Carr. And for that reason, I think they're going to come out and at least show some semblance of a fire. So I'm going to pick the Raiders 20-17.
I think I went with the Raiders last week, and I think I actually prefaced it with Raiders don't let me down, and I'm not picking you again.
Yep.
And they let me down, and I'm not picking them again. So I'm going Broncos in this matchup. Broncos had a kind of a weird defeat against the Titans. I thought they were going to pull that one out. At least showing a little bit more semblance of offense with Russell Wilson, but just still not getting it done. I think they do in this one. It's a weaker opponent in the Raiders. It's a division matchup too, so you never know how it goes. I'm going to go Broncos 27, Raiders 21. Cowboys at the Vikings.
Could be an interesting game, but to me it comes down to Vikings have found ways to win. They're a legitimate team. Dallas, I feel like their defense kind of got figured out last week to a struggling Packers, and so I think the Vikings are going to take with that and run, whether physically or figuratively.
Yeah.
And so I think Vikings find a way to win here at home against Dallas. Let's go 35-31.
Okay. Yeah, Vikings get a big-time comeback, resilient win against the Bills last week. Cowboys get a heartbreaker against the Packers. I think, honestly, this could be a great game. Both offenses could really show out in this one. I just think Minnesota has a little bit better defense, and I think their offense is just humming a little bit more too. I don't know if you agree with that, but I'm going to go Vikings in this matchup. I think they get it done. I think it could be a higher scoring game, so I'm going to go 37-31 Vikings. Bengals, Steelers.
Bengals are coming off a bye, and before the bye, they kind of figured out their running game quite a bit. Joe Mixon, five total touchdowns. He was insane. They were like, Jamar who? Because he's still going to miss this game. We got a win, but it wasn't a sexy win. We still, we only scored 20 points. We just can't seem to crack above that. Other than, the overtime missing long snap kicker thing and beating the Bengals. I think the Bengals are coming out of a bye. I think they have a vengeance to prove that they are the team to beat in the division. And so for that reason, I think the Bengals come out and kind of take it to us. I think our defense kind of lessens them down a little bit. But I'm going to go Bengals 27 on 17.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. That's fair. Bengals have been really hit and miss for me. One week you think it's the Bengals of last year. Then you're like, who is this Bengals team? Maybe it's the Bengals that we don't know, or the Bengals have been so accustomed to. Steelers, on the other hand, yeah, we do get a win last week. Scored 20 points, should have been 26. Scored 20 points, but squeaked out a win, sort of. Okay.
Yep.
I don't know. I think they build on that. I don't know what it is about coming out of the bye. They got things right. They got TJ Watt back, which is absolutely huge. I mean, you saw the impact. I think they get it done, but very slim and almost similar to the score of the last matchup. I'm going to go 24-20 Steelers.
Okay.
Chiefs at the Chargers.
Chargers typically take it to the Chiefs. It's a division game. It could be a close game. Might be an exciting game, but the Chargers just seem off this year. They've had so many injuries that it's just tough to overcome. They might keep it close, but Chiefs, even though Juju, I'm assuming, is not going to play this game, he took a nasty shot. Still, they have Tony and a few others on that team that's there to ball. I'm going to take the Chiefs here 35-21.
Okay. I'm going to go Chiefs as well. I think they've just been a team that you can't really mess with still. I mean, you lose Juju, you bring in Tony. It's just they just do not miss a beat, it seems like, on their offense. And Chargers, like you said, we always are like a Herbert supporter. We've been like the biggest supporter of Herbert. It just seems like something's a little bit off so far this year. I know they've been kind of battling some injuries on that offense, but I don't know. I just think they do make this one close, but I just think they're not up there with the Chiefs or in that echelon yet. So I'll go Chiefs 31 and Chargers 24. Monday night, San Fran at the Cardinals.
Cardinals are playing at home. They just don't win at home. Enough said on that. Who knows if Kyler Murray is going to play or if it's Colt McCoy. I might actually feel more comfortable if it's Colt McCoy, strangely enough. Niners, though, they just have too many weapons. They kind of came out looking flat last week coming out of a bye. I don't think they look like that again, especially against a division opponent. Give me the Niners. Give me 28-20.
Yeah. I think Jimmy G's looked actually pretty solid. Christian McCaffrey's been a heck of an addition to this squad. Defense going to do their thing, and Cardinals is just a weird team for me to figure out this year. So, and especially with their quarterback, with Murray dealing with injury, it's just for me to go with the Cardinals would be kind of a little bit of insanity. So I'm going to go with the Niners in this matchup. Let's keep it lower scoring. Let's go Niners 27. Let's go Arizona 17.
Okay.
Teams on bye. Who we got?
We got the Dolphins. We got the Bucks, Seahawks, and the Jaguars.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, I hope maybe we'll flip records this week. How's that sound?
Maybe. I'm up by 4, so let's keep the train going.
I need to get a couple of those ones we picked opposite on go my way here. So
it's a few this week. So.
Yeah. What, 3?
Three or
different
four.
ones? Okay.
Yep.
All right. I need them to go my way. All right. Well, thanks everybody listening, joining in. We appreciate it. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.